Oh, hello everybody. I am Redacted, and welcome to our CCS Staff Podcast. Got some wonderful folks with me here today. We got Mushai, who's a staff and a player, on our social media team, and also plays for Dorado Gaming. Unless you're part of a different org now, Mushai.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm on a Dorado team this split right now.
Yeah, but last split you were though. Last split.
Yeah.
And then we got Elsa the Queen, who is our wonderful production head here. He's the one that assigned all your casters to their games and whatnot. So if you didn't like me casting your game, talk to him.
Nope. Talk to Redacted. He's the one doing it.
Nah, that was last split. We're not talking about this split. All right, and then we got Polish Pharaoh here from Xflow Gaming. And we have wonderful top laner, Bennett from Hard Hat Zone. But now, potentially, from what I've heard, off-season went kind of crazy. Some of these folks might be on new teams.
Yeah, don't want to leak anything, but I think you've heard right.
Oh, man. So, how you all doing, though? How has been your off-season break so far with winter and everything? I don't know what locations you all are at, but I'm in the Midwest, so it's been okay with the fluctuating weather and everything like that. How you all been, though?
Terrible. It's been snowing and it was freezing, and I'm in Minnesota where it's just freezing cold, and there's so much snow I basically broke my back, so it's horrible. Oof. That's all.
I'm in Texas and it is nice and warm. It's a solid 60 degrees today.
Same, I'm also in Texas.
Oh, Polish Pharaoh and Mushai in Texas must be nice. Must be nice.
Oh, I
hear it's supposed to get really cold next week, but
that's next week's problem.
Yeah, that's next week's problem.
Yeah, around Christmas, the heat went off in my apartment for a couple of days. Thankfully, I was mostly in New York for that, so at least I had heat. But that sucked when I came back. I came back, cold water showers, and I just bundled up in blankets. That was like 2 days. That's the worst I had so far.
That reminds me of the snowpocalypse we had a couple years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna make a distasteful joke about your electricity grids, but then I remember that people died and stuff, so it wasn't really something to joke about.
I was thinking about it too, though.
It was rough.
I was thinking about it too. Didn't fucking what's his name? Cruz, not Cruz. What's that? Cruz, Ted Cruz. Didn't he go to the Bahamas or some shit?
No, we bullied him out of his trip to the Bahamas. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Is he your senator? Oh yeah, obviously, because Texas. Never mind. Yeah. I'm about to sound really stupid.
We got Greg Abbott as our governor.
This isn't a political podcast.
Yeah.
Elsa's like, man, I'm about to get.
I don't know what the agenda is here, but I'm feeling a little bit of an agenda. So.
No agenda here, man. No agenda here. But there is no political agenda here, we'll say. But there is,
fair enough.
Classic championship series agenda. And let's just talk about the previous split that we had. I feel like a lot of people have had my opinion or thoughts because I was obviously running the podcast the entire time. But like Elsa the Queen, you were kind of in the background last split. You had a lot of things going on, so you weren't really as in the forefront. So what are your thoughts on like how last split was ran and just how it was for you personally?
Yeah, that's a great question, Redacted. Thank you so much. We're just gonna make it really much like NPR. But yeah, first of all, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today. Such an honor. No, I'm gonna stop being obnoxious. But actually, no, I mean, I feel like to be totally transparent, there was a lot of growth with the CCS last split. I mean, that was obviously just, easy to be seen from the outside, just with how many teams we had and the expansion into multiple ELOs as well. So I think with that came, a lot of fun, but it also came a lot more work. And I think there was some quick decision making that happened due to the number of applications, just the amount of interest that we got that was really overwhelming, and we were really glad to be able to accommodate that many teams. But it also just meant a lot of stress, particularly on the side of production, running really 6 streams a week between 3 days is a lot of work for not really even necessarily myself, but just all the casters involved and all the producers involved, and getting all that organized was a big task. But it's definitely something that I got a lot of help with, especially as things went on. And the casters were awesome, just being really consistent and volunteering their time, and then the producers too, because as Flay always says, who wants to sit behind your computer when you can just play a game on your computer? So we shout out to them for showing us the games and doing a lot of work behind it too, right? It's not just sitting behind your computer. I'm just like waiting for Xernian to be like lurking in the chat and like murder me through the screen or something. So, anyways.
Xernian, oh, wonderful producer. But yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I remember a bit when Flay first announced that, oh yeah, we're expanding to 32 teams, and I was like, are you insane? I was terrified, just because I was like, man, we're going from like 20 teams to 32, all these new people, and with new people you never know like who's gonna come into the server. And I think I was a mod by then, so now me being a moderator, I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be pretty nerve-wracking here. So but overall it went pretty well, so I wasn't scared. I took it with a good stride, and I was really happy with how things went towards as the split progressed. But what about you, Mushai? Once again, you were also our social media expert here. So what were your thoughts on like all our expansion and things like that as a staff, compared to being a player?
I think it's interesting because, like the first, I would say split I was social media. It was only the platinum leagues, and I knew most of the players in there, and like most of the stories and things. But whenever we started doing a lot more diamond stuff, there were a lot of people I didn't really know, and like I didn't really keep up with diamond as much. So it's like as we add more things, it's definitely like a little bit more, and it's a little bit busier. But it's always good for the social media to have consistent postings and things. So it was better in a sense of like interaction and things like that, but it was just more to upkeep with. So
are you the one that when there's off-season tweets about breaking news, and when folks
no,
are
no,
Oh,
that's not me.
That's not you.
But yeah, we do have like talk sometimes about things that we could be tweeting, because going long extended periods of time without tweets is not healthy for the account. So
gotcha.
So yeah. But it keeps hype for the next split up, so keeps it a little spicy.
Absolutely it does. Absolutely. And let's talk to some of our few players we got on board with us here. Polish Pharaoh, what are your thoughts about how the split was last season, man? Like overall, I don't know, was this your first time in the CCS here?
Yeah, that was my first time with CCS. I don't think I had any problems with how it was ran or anything like that. So I had a good time. I thought I enjoyed the split. Like I like having the plat diamond mix, just because I think it adds a little more to the gameplay.
Mix as in like the teams being mixed with plat and diamond players?
Yeah. So how it was, at least last split, it was 3 plats, 2 diamonds on most teams.
Okay.
I always liked that. I enjoy like the more competitive nature of it, and never had a problem being like, oh, like this team's only winning because it's diamond players, right? So I thought it was well run, a lot of fun, and a lot of, we'll say, controversies that happened, in like trash talk and stuff like that. I thought well handled, so kudos for that.
Oh yeah, quite a few of those, but
Degenerates.
It wouldn't be a new split without some type of controversy, right? What about you though, Bennett? What were your thoughts on like how last split was ran and stuff like that? Any gripes you have?
Okay, let's go. Let him loose.
I just wish we had performed a little bit better. No, I'm just kidding. But I thought it was what Polish Pharaoh said. I think it was well ran. There weren't really like any issues or like problems we had, like with any of the teams or like matches or
What about staff?
the-
This is more for directed at us. Like, you know,
Oh.
go ahead and lay into us, bro. Like, if Elsa pissed you off and you've been holding it in your
No.
DM for a bit,
We're homies.
I think it
yeah.
was a good
Hell
time, dude.
no. Yeah.
I enjoyed all the casting and all the people working on behind the scenes production. Yeah, I hope we can continue to perform like this in the future.
I like the direction of his answer. I was going to say, what was your biggest regret? I wanted to really dig my claws in deep.
Oh no, go
Answer
ahead and
that.
ask it. Yeah, go ahead, Elsa. This ain't just my show.
Yeah, I would just said it in a demanding way. I said, answer that. So, yeah, let's go. What was your biggest regret, Bennett?
My biggest regret.
It could be being with a certain teammate. Just saying, you could, but that's not what it was meant
I'm not
to
trying
be.
to call anyone out, but I think just I could have performed better last split or last season, like
Wow.
in general. Not in any
Digging
particular
deep.
matches.
Could have done
Uh,
better.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Sorry, I'm ruining the show. All right.
No, you're
No, no, you're not. This is exactly what
I've
I.
actually
This is
gone back
exactly
to
what I
watch some of our
wanted.
playoff games like several times. It's actually like kind of weird. I don't know. But
Wait, sorry, you said you have watched them several times?
I've gone back to watch
That's
our
good.
playoff games. Yeah.
Why would that be
Certain
weird?
redacted, silky smooth voice.
Well, and I mean, just to watch your own gameplay, I mean, it's painful to watch yourself lose, I feel like, but how
Oh no,
can you
I don't watch
improve?
that part.
What?
I
Okay,
just
well
watch
then
game
never
2
mind.
Over and over again.
No, okay. I retract that. I retract.
Oh man. You know, Elsa, I saw you asking about questions in the chat. Let me scroll back up, see if there's any we can answer. By the way, for viewers at home as well, let me reiterate this one more time. This is not like our standard CCS podcast, if you're familiar with our podcast. You know, this is more similar to like a radio show, talk show. It's a Discord hangout, to be quite simple. Like, we're gonna be here chilling, talking, bullshitting. The folks on the show here, they're not gonna be here the entire time unless they want to be. We have 2 empty slots, so if you want to get on cam, show yourself, that's cool. If not, you can also just come in the voice chat real quick, ask a question, voice your opinion. Like, if you got beef with me, you got beef with Elsa, Mushai, you even got beef with Bennett. Like, you can come on real quick, say your piece, and then go ahead and bounce. Just go ahead and at me or at me in the Discord or at me in the Twitch chat, and I'll get that set up here.
Redacted, while you look for questions, sorry, say your thing.
Just a disclaimer, because you know we gotta say this, Elsa, before we let
fair enough.
strangers into our voice chat. Just a disclaimer: we do not condone any racism, transphobia, any type of very discriminatory language, anything like that. You will be cut off immediately and banned. Like, we're not playing that shit. So use your common
Let me make
sense before
this
you come in
clear.
here.
We're gonna come to your house. We're gonna take. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But you will be banned actually. But no. While Redacted looks for questions, I just wanted to complain some more because I have plenty of things to complain about, and I feel like this is a good forum for this. It's actually, and if to teach the viewers, if people don't know, there's a Yiddish word. It's called kvetching, and that's complaining. So I'll kvetch a little bit about the dual elimination format, which is all the rage, you know, in all the esports.
Oh my god,
Let me say
Elsa
this, okay?
was the biggest hater of dual.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
In professional esports, that's fine. I'm not talking about professional esports when you can run a tournament when people are available day in and day out. You know, you can run a tournament of double elimination fairly quickly because people travel to literally play. These are professional players. With that being said, like, in the environment of amateur play, you know, we had double elimination. Do I think that it produced, you know, the result of showing the best teams? Sure. But I think that really it starts to distill the excitement down because of the amount of time that happens in between each of the stages. So even though there are these really high stakes matches when teams are getting eliminated, like at the same time, tension just really drops week to week, which I mean actually is a weakness of some esports events as well. But you know, my point is, I was not a big fan of the double elimination. And another example as to why I think double elimination wasn't necessary is you look at the Diamond League, that had the most hype freaking finals of all for sure, with Dorado Zeta against WLS, Chaz it up, went to the full 5 games, crazy series, so much. That was just single elimination, nice, quick. Everybody just gets to move on with their lives. None of this, 2-month-long playoff. Anyways, so I just have to say, everybody wanted it coming in, and, I'm sure I think we still...
Ooh, Elsa, we lost you for a hot sec. Oh no, we're losing Elsa's rant. Elsa's just ranting. Wait, can you guys hear him? Or is it me? Oh, it must be me. Oh, it's my connection. Goddamn Discord. It's always me.
It's like, what the hell else can you do? You just play Ornn, and then you just... Anyways, any expansion on that?
All right, I'm back.
I feel like top
Discord
eight's
was
pretty good right
trolling
now, what do
me.
you
I
mean?
don't know what happened. I'm sorry about
Okay,
that.
what
Having
champions?
0 impact while getting cucked by the junglers.
Yeah!
I don't know, man. They just had the hard nerf like Irelia, or not Irelia, Fiora,
Yeah, well, that's the
Mundo.
Oh
point.
yeah,
They-
really played more in mid lane now. So
But yeah, I mean, I think top lane's doing fine. Like, top lane's pretty much...
Okay, but they had to like nerf
some
Mundo because
hard
that shit
copium.
was OP.
Yeah, Mundo is just broken.
kinda
I mean, also
broken.
the point is they're nerfed, so... I don't know.
But as far as, I don't know, it's only been a day, right? But, I mean, as
just
far
make
as I've
dragons
seen,
spawn
top lane's
topside.
doing
That's all I
fine.
ask. Just alternate.
It's only fair. And keep the Rift Herald top. Oh, no, wait, maybe that leads to more ganks, so I'm not sure. Dang,
Yeah,
Redacted is just...
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
Welcome
he's
back.
back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back,
Discord was
welcome back,
tweaking on me,
welcome
and so is
back.
OBS. But actually, hold on a sec. So we actually have someone on the line, we'll say, who wants to ask their questions. It's
Caller,
Tempest Gaming. Yeah, Tempest Gaming.
what
NC.
up?
I'm about to drag them in here. Once again, we have given you the disclaimer. So
This is a professional esports organization.
exactly.
Personified.
Exactly.
This one.
So yeah, let me go ahead and drag him in.
We've never known a professional esports organization to release anything offensive ever. It's not possible.
All right. Hey, Tempest Gaming, you there?
Oh.
Tempest? Tempest? Hello?
Tempo? Oh,
How are you all doing today?
Oh, there
What
you are. Good.
up?
How about yourself? How's it going? Oh, Chelsea's up in here. Hey, don't worry about Chelsea. She's staff. Ask your question. You might want.
did you have a Tempest? Did you have a question
Uh,
or not?
Honestly-
That's fine. I can ask you a question.
sure, go ahead.
Okay, so wait, you said that do you have league teams? You said for NACL qualifiers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so have you had uncapped teams in the past, or is this the first time for your organization having uncapped teams?
We were actually in proving grounds for summer.
Oh, my bad. I'm not as familiar with it. Okay, so what's with that being said, what do you think about the changes to the amateur system here in North America?
Honestly, I feel like with the way that Riot is doing it, it's more focused towards money aspect of it all.
That's what everybody
But
been
at the
saying.
same time, for the way that they're doing the whole relegation system for amateur is kind of decent. However, I feel like if those teams that are into qualifiers aren't getting like the practice against academy teams or whatever, they're just not going to do as well as the ones that are literally going against them through the entire split.
Yeah, there's kind of a monopoly on the practice environment a little bit, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
However,
interesting.
That'll also do well when it comes down to it at the end of the day, because if you were able to eliminate that team or even just do well, you're going to prove yourself as a player to do really well in any situation.
Right.
Hey,
That makes sense. We got some screaming
I
going
don't
on in
know
the
where you are,
background.
but it sounds like a very
Yeah,
fun.
sorry, that is my background. I don't know what the hell is going on. I can barely hear them.
All right. Well, no worries. Anything else? Any questions for us? We are, we're climbing up the ladder of the
amateur orgs.
cap for the ranks that we accept here. I don't know. We announced new stuff about this split and whatnot, and we're taking up to masters or something. So think about us as you potentially expand as an organization.
Nice. That's always a nice thing when everybody goes up in the world.
I mean, some people have to go down.
I just noticed Zol in chat. Hello.
Come on, Zol's our boy.
I
Clearly,
was
we answer to
Zol's-
him.
I was Zol's division manager over at Phoenix Rising when Dorado was just starting.
He owns this league. He's the league owner.
Huh? Nice.
Not actually. It's actually a joke. He's not actually the league owner. Just, I don't want to spread complete misinformation. He might as well be, though. He might as well be the owner of the world. All right. Enough of me talking.
The only actual question I had for you guys was outside of league. I kind of wanted to get everyone's opinion on Valorant and how their esport is running.
Like the amateur scene or just in general?
In general.
I mean, my opinion is that basically Riot seems to be taking everything that they learned about how not to run League of Legends as an esport, and then they're just applying it to Valorant. I know that that's kind of like the popular opinion, but I think it's very much true, and I think that they're really pushing it forward because it is really popular amongst a younger population, and that makes a lot of sense for them financially. I do not have any opinion on the game because League is the only game that I play. So, but it seems like viable. I mean, it seems like it's just kind of like they've done a nice job of like kind of merging like the the shooter aspect of the game with like kind of like fucking weeb animation at the same time, which is definitely vibing with the young folks. So, they got some people thinking over there. Mark Marrow, he may be a toxic sexist, but he knows how to make some cash, I guess. I don't know.
The way that I've always looked at their entire scene is they're running it as kind of a CSGO-esque type of situation where they have different majors, they have different leagues, etc., and it's all coming together where it will be like League, where we'll have one big Worlds at the end of every year, but the different majors are almost as much money as the Worlds is, which is amazing for some of the teams out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, definitely. I mean, as just an esports fan in general, it's definitely cool to see it expand into other games. Again, I mean, I'm really shouldn't be the best person to talk about it because I don't actually play the game, but it looks fun. I don't know. Yeah. Shoot people.
I only actually brought this up because we're also a top 50 team in North America for Valorant, and
I saw you type that in the chat, or that you had Valorant. That's awesome. Congratulations. Good luck. How do you? Actually, I don't want to get into that right now. But good. Congratulations on your success so far.
Yeah, congrats. And with that being said, Chelsea, we got Chelsea up in here.
That being said, we're gonna kick you the fuck out.
No. I was gonna continue that question. I just wanted to ask.
I'm sorry.
I wanted Chelsea to answer it though, because Chelsea.
What's up?
What's going on, Chelsea? How you doing?
I'm good. took a nap at like 2 p.m. and those are like the best type of naps. So I'm like, I'm on fire. I'm going crazy.
Okay,
Naps
cool,
are
cool.
always good.
So, what are your thoughts on the Valorant scene from Mr. Tempest Gaming here?
Dude, I'm so bad at Valorant, and whenever I play Valorant, I try to use comms and I get like hate crimes. So not a fan.
Yeah,
Not a
no,
fan.
that's true.
If
Valorant's
it
really
makes you
toxic.
feel any
Yeah.
better, I also get the same way. But then I just bring up the fact that I own a fucking top 50 VLR team, and they shut up.
Yeah, well, that only applies to one of us, unfortunately. So I'm gonna keep working on that top 50 VOR team. Until then, though, probably gonna avoid the game.
I mean, if you want to, you could just say you're partial owner. I'll let you get away with that.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I really appreciate that from the
If
bottom
it
of my
gets
heart.
people to fucking shut the hell up and stop being toxic, oh fucking well.
No, but I'm also really bad at the game, so they might be onto something with that one.
You,
But
I mean, if we're not all bad at something, what is life?
yeah, that's fair enough.
To be fair, I'm bad at most things other than fucking esports owning.
I mean, you guys are in AVL, right? A while back.
We were in Aegis, yes. We were in PRL. We've been in Unified, Proving Grounds.
where's the CCS? What's up with our league?
You don't have their teams
any,
were
like, your fucking
Yeah.
elo teams.
I'm kidding.
their teams
I'm
were too
kidding.
high. I used to, because I remember I used to manage like the Vanguard League for Aegis, and I remember seeing the Tempest Gaming teams. We might
That
have
team
spoken.
was like Masters.
All these
Yeah.
people talking about ain't nobody want to play in the CCS, but yet here you are.
I mean, you guys had like what, Plat Diamond League for a long time, I think?
Yeah,
We-
Plat Diamond.
Plat,
Yeah.
actually, we just started Diamond last split.
Yeah, but it was like a Diamond League, like
was
a
like a
low
Diamond
Diamond
Masters.
League.
Yeah, it was a
low-key.
Diamond mix. Yeah, I guess.
We
But-
were like a high Masters average with some
Yeah.
GM players. We probably wouldn't be allowed without someone having a fit.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely
for
not.
sure. Who knows? Maybe Play should expand into the uncapped scene.
Yes.
Actually, I have to take this call. Chelsea, take the wheel.
Yeah, I got it. Anyways,
I'm gonna jump out though too. I gotta go do some things. So I will talk to you all later.
please tell me Redactus on mute. Okay, he did. Perfect. Anyways,
Then
thank
I'm
you.
back.
Thank you,
Oh.
Mr. Tempest Gaming. It was a pleasure having you on this podcast that I was here for about 30 minutes of, but I hope you have a nice rest of your day.
You as well.
I'm seeing in the Twitch chat, Chelsea can't drive. Yes, I can. I do have my license, in fact. It's a miracle that I got my license, I will agree, but no, I am legally and physically capable of driving, which I'm going to do to drive this podcast forward. Elsa's back. How are you doing, Elsa?
I'm good. I got my license when I was 26 years old, so I assume that is older than you got it. So that's a W for you. And who cares, anyways? But
Yeah.
why is it a miracle that you got it? Because that's kind of scary. I wouldn't really want to have my license and say that.
Yeah, no, trust me, I am very good driver. And
Oh.
I'm going to keep driving this forward. Talk about the CCS, because
Oh, okay, true.
I listen to the Twitch chat. So next split's coming up. We got the. By the way, have we talked about this yet? If I start talking about stuff we've already talked about, just tell me to shut the fuck up. But next split's coming up. We got this P1 D4 split. CB Rush is probably going to find a way to make it into the P1 league, and who knows? They might win that. But how are you feeling personally? And I guess I'll open it up to everyone that's here because we got a million people who I haven't heard yet. So we'll start with Bubba Bozo over here. How you feeling about this the split between the two divisions instead of the two halves of the same league type beat?
First of all, how dare you bring up that cursed name? I just can't. After all we've been through, I thought we were becoming friends.
We're ARAM champions, Bubba Bozo.
Exactly.
That's how I know.
Oh, we
that's how
had
I-
something.
Answer the damn question.
Personally, I think So I don't really understand like the motivation behind splitting, because I feel like the gap between them is so small that it's basically just like not relevant. Like, is there really that much of a difference between a D3 and a Plat 1 player? I don't really think so. But I guess it'll be fun to see like um some like crossover and like have some new faces in the D3 league. I think that'll be interesting, and I hope that we can keep expanding in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I don't. I assume everyone's here. Elsa, how are you feeling about that?
Well, as a low elo league player, I do still have opinions about this. I think that it's more about people. I think even if you're correct, Bennett, that there's not really a difference between D3 and P1. I think people love to cry about losing to a team of all diamonds or whatever. And quite simply put, I think that it is for teams that want to play with people who, by the books, are all platinum players, and there's kind of a demand for that. I don't know. I mean, I think that that's the reason why, even if what you're saying is true, it doesn't really interact with people being able to complain about losing to diamond players.
I kind of agree, but then they're allowing a D4 player in every team.
Yeah, but it's just one, not all diamonds.
Okay,
Let me
but
tell you,
I
it's I
think
by
lost to a team
itself
of
is
all
weird, 'cause
diamonds in a
allowing
flat
that leeway
league.
just makes no sense for it to be split into D3.
Yeah,
There's
I
such a
mean,
small
Yeah.
skill gap.
well,
I mean,
I'm not, we got to get Flay on the line to truly defend the decision making. As you know, everyone else in the staff is against him. So I'm just,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
just here
play.
to insult players who complain.
yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I think for what it's worth, while there's not much of a difference between P1 and D3, I think for like plat teams that are like above gold level, but like the P3,
Yeah,
P4 type players, I think they could definitely compete with like P1, D4 players, but like
Let's make a plat league
D3,
then.
I
Why even
mean,
have a diamond player? Why even take that
that's
risk?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Don't
because I
don't
just
ask
don't
me,
think that
man.
there's full teams of people who are at the
I think
level
there
that
are.
Chelsea's talking about. Well, maybe
I
there are.
I think there
They're
are,
the
and it's
teams that
really
go, oh, whatever in all
yeah.
the leagues,
I
probably, though,
mean,
is the thing.
Bubble makes a good point that there were so many terrible teams last split.
There were.
I'd say no hate, but that was a pretty hater take, and I'm gonna own it, right? Like, I think that I personally think that Flay should have reduced the P1. Like, I don't think there should be a D4 exception. I think Flay should have committed to a hard plat league and then like a easy plat league with just a flat P1 cap. But I don't make the decisions. Flay does, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunately.
He is the dictator. He's not even listening to this. God, he's a terrible owner. Maybe he is. Wait, I can actually check, I think. Sorry, I keep ruining the show.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I haven't heard
We should
anything
get
from
Zol in here. Get
Yeah,
Zol in here to flame bottom tier teams.
we should get Soul in
All
here.
right, Zol, get on in here. Oh, no, Redacted is still on the phone, though, so.
Yeah, when Redacted gets back, that's his first job.
At least
Okay.
we have he's busy. He's at work, dude. I'm gonna contact your employer. It's California, so I like how we have the visual indicator at least of when Redacted is ready. So,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
good.
when Redacted is back, we'll make him get someone in there. But besides, before that, I don't know if Muchai or Polish Pharaoh, if you guys are still here, I feel really bad. I'm taking the reins at very short notice. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts.
Um, I don't know. I'm not. I'm not very good at determining like overall skill level. I guess with things like that, I will say I like the teams last split. There was a very big gap. It felt like between like actual contenders and the lower level teams. Um, but I don't know. I'm not good at those kinds of things. So
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I think it's a lot of it's been said already. I disagree that with the split as well. I kind of said earlier, it never felt like having the two diamond players was a big difference or like a game-breaking decision when we were doing matches. But I mean, if Flay's argument is that it's to go for like a separate market and allow like lower plat teams to have a place to compete, like I mean, I guess that it is what it is. I can't really control that. But it still feels like there wasn't a need to do that in terms of keeping CCS competitive.
Yeah, I mean, fair opinions, and obviously, the Flay as a bozo take is definitely very popular and honestly very true. But I mean, for as much as I like to call Flay a bozo, whenever like I talk to him about behind the scenes stuff, he has so many fucking graphs and things and stats and data. And I actually look at them, despite what he might think. I actually do look at like all of the graphs, all the charts that he sends, and like his data does make sense. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that having a lower plat league will allow him more outreach to maybe new orgs, new players that can eventually develop up into this, into contenders for the higher leagues. But I mean, I recognize that it is a gamble, and we might, in my opinion, I think it's too close. The leagues are too close to each other. But yeah, I mean, the only way
Yeah.
the best way to find out is to try it out for a split.
Yeah, obviously Flay has different goals than what we might want to do with the league, and if it works out, it works out.
Yeah.
And if it
It's gonna be
doesn't,
one season that's gonna be CCS's last, so why not make it this one?
Yeah.
No.
yes.
I'd rather it not be the last one. I kind of enjoy it, but
Moochai does love posting funny memes on Twitter, right, Moochai?
I do love posting funny memes.
All right. I guess my next question, I'm going to use this one a little selfishly, but it is for CCS. In terms of, for all of you guys, in terms of written content, and I'll open this up to Twitch chat too, but in terms of written content from me specifically, is there anything you guys would like to see, like to see me try? I might not listen. I mean, I'm very particular with how I do my work and like what type of content I make, but figured if there's any time to ask for suggestions, now would be a good time. I guess. Start with Elsa.
I think that
Anyone?
you should have like a write in, like an Ask Chelsea kind of thing, and then once you get enough, you can make an article like a couple times a split. I don't know what they would ask you about, but that's my idea. Obviously, I guess something about your opinion about the league.
Oh, see, that's a really good idea. This is why I did this. That, yeah, like you could do that.
And like you could just wait until you had the number that you want, so you could do it once if you didn't get a lot of them, But anyways, that's an idea.
You know what? I'll just make Flay. The only hard part about that would be setting up the forums because I'm really bad at that. But I could also make Flay do that. Hold on. Here, this is what I.
Setting up Google Forms is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, how is that hard? It would just be like, what's the question?
Yeah, but I don't want to have to remember to check it, so I'm gonna have Flay do it.
No, that's
Flay,
fair.
remind me about Ask Chelsea, and then he's gonna have no idea what I'm saying, so he's gonna DM me later,
Yeah,
and then we'll talk about it then. But thank you for that suggestion.
no problem.
Zoel said, Chelsea, what will you do when you rank Omega and Iota as 1 and 2 in power rankings? How will you defend yourself? I will say that my greatest retractor to my power rankings has historically been Brankles. He's always been too scared to put his money where his mouth is, so I don't have much fears against allegations of Dorado bias.
Fair enough.
We all know the stories about how you didn't power rank certain top laners well enough.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think the rankings per roles are objectively harder than ranking teams because with teams you have like more tangible results, and especially for roles I don't play, even though Bubble hates my ADC power rankings and made his own, which jokes on you, I squeezed you for free content. But um in terms of rankings for roles, I will say that the process behind that is like extremely harder because I am not playing in these games. Flay will not let me play in these games. So it's a lot of it
Bastard.
a lot of it's looking at like, match histories and stuff and looking at like item builds, choices for the matches I get on stream, I even still there's only like limited POV of laning, and then the rest of it's like team fighting, and it's hard to measure, someone's impact. Plus, there's the whole hidden there's a whole hidden idea of like comms and stuff and behind the scenes stuff that nobody else is ever going to see. So I try my best, and I generally think that while I recognize my takes probably aren't like completely accurate, I don't think they're horrible. I try to give even teams that I don't like just look at the best teams and like, okay, their AD carry must be good because they're like undefeated. Like I try and do more than surface level stuff, but I will recognize that it's probably less accurate than my team stuff.
I mean, I feel like even power ranking professional teams in
I'm
like
back.
some minor region is like impossible because you don't know because of the amount of information available. So ranking amateur teams is like even that much harder, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Redacted. While you were
Yeah,
gone,
sorry about that.
We talked about the people's thoughts on the P1 D3 division split, and now we are going into suggestions for Chelsea content.
Suggestions for Chelsea content?
We also covered abortion, human
we
rights, the death penalty. Just kidding.
Immigration
Oh
law.
my
Yeah,
God.
I was just trying to.
Oh my
Also,
God.
Redacted, I got my video set up if you need that.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it's always great to have you on cam, Chelsea. You got funny reactions.
Chelsea, we have the same headset, except mine doesn't have ears on it, so it's
Yeah, I got
much
these,
worse.
Yeah, I got these like removable cat ears.
That's the best because the ones that have the inbuilt cat ears are always like really crappy
they're always,
headsets.
So bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold up. Chelsea, speak.
Hello?
Oh, you are. Why are you double?
Because I didn't mute myself under director.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I was like,
I haven't either, so maybe I'm double too.
No,
sorry, everyone.
You're not. I don't know. But anyway,
I'm
Orion
two-faced.
wants to join the call. Let's get Orion in.
Oh, the onion!
Okay.
Orion, join general, and then I'll get you on the call, my boy.
The one and only. Let's go. I'm excited.
Yeah, Orion's staff. Like, what the hell?
Oh my god.
Yeah, Orion is OG staff. Come on. I mean, not really as far as like going back, but as far as in my heart.
All right, we got Orion in the voice call.
Okay.
What's going on, Orion? How you
What?
doing?
Yeah, sorry.
My favorite color caster.
What's up?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah.
How about yourself? How are you feeling? How's your off-season rest been?
Orion and Op now. Pepe coach.
Oh, he's not able to hear you.
He's not. He can't hear me.
Orion,
What the-
talk to me about your off-season training regimen, man. Like, what do you got going on physically, mentally? League.
Discord is griefing me.
I mean,
bro.
yeah, I mean, I've been playing a decent amount. Obviously, I joined Dorado Gaming Epsilon with Aegis. I don't think we'll be playing in CCS because Flay's mean. It won't have more Dorado teams.
It would be
So-
too easy for you.
What you
yeah,
mean? There's literally
unfortunately.
3 leagues
But,
Dorado can
yeah,
join.
I think we're gonna go into Aegis again, and we're gonna see if we can return what Epsilon did last split, basically.
Dorado can join 3 different leagues, though. Can you hear me now?
So
Oh, he still can't
I
hear
do
me.
not think
I
so.
can't believe you're part of Dorado now. How the mighty have fallen.
I was
He
part of
he
I was part
on
of Dorado
Dorado
last split. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, I played for Sigma and Victorious.
Yeah, and Victorious.
Oh, I thought you were on Nameless Umbra.
I was.
No?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
he was
Can someone ask Orion for me what he
What?
thought of the last split, though? Since he can't
Yeah.
hear me.
So, the
what
onion
was
Redacted,
what was his thoughts on
Redacted
it?
has
His
been speaking
opinion?
this entire time, but apparently there's a Discord bug where people can't hear Redacted. But Redacted wanted to know what your thoughts were on the previous split, how it felt, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the previous split of CCS was pretty cool. Obviously, my run individually and performance-wise wasn't all that great because I was off-roll and I was playing with a team that was basically thrown together pretty last minute. But I had fun playing in the league. I thought the league was very
Oh, I
competitive.
meant as staff.
Overall, I thought a lot of teams were pretty solid.
Tell him I meant as staff.
It is. I think towards the end of the split, it started to become very obvious who the best two teams were. Obviously, being Omega and Gamma. I think there were a couple of teams that were pretty close, like on the outside, but couldn't quite pull it together. towards the end. But I think it's an interesting idea, the fact that you guys have decided to split the league into two, where you've got the D1 league, I think, and it's a D3 league, which is pretty interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how that works out, because I know, like, talking to Zol, at least, Zol mentioned how he doesn't really care about the P1 league anymore, just because it's like not really going to be that. He doesn't really think that's going to be that competitive, and he only really cares about the D3 league. So I'm curious what other people kind of had to say about what the P1 league is going to be about.
All right, Orion. Well, how about as a caster?
Yeah.
You were a caster in the Diamond League with my man, the best play-by-play caster other than Redacted, because he's here also an amateur. And Chelsea. And Chelsea. I said that before you said that, first of all. I'm also just going to start eating during this. But yeah, also, but yeah, how did, thoughts on that? Obviously, you cast it all the way to the finals, which I had referenced earlier on. I don't know if you're listening, but it has been really exciting. So tell us about your experience.
Yeah, I think casting the finals, like even like that best of 5 where like it went to all 5 games, Zeta and WLS chasing up. It was really, really cool to just kind of be a part of it, because like you could feel as the series went on, at least like, because like me and Lindor talked about it after, like you could feel like both teams started playing worse, just because of like there's 150 people or so like watching both teams, and like we started seeing like Zeta, like they basically dominated every single team they played from the top side of the map, but the one team that could actually somewhat match them from the top side was WLS, because they had SpongeBob, and it was relatively a little bit more even. So the fact that it did go 5 games and it did represent pretty solid finals was very exciting to just be a part of and to cast it. And I think the better team did end up winning at the end of the day, but regardless, it was still really fun to cast, and I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah, what about your growth as a caster? We got a lot of positive feedback about that casting for the Diamond League. Like, how do you feel like you improved, or and also like with Lindor, you've casted together for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Because when Flay sat me and Lindor down, because we were going through like some of the metrics and some of the cool, a returning theme was the idea that a lot of people appreciated Lindor and I's casting ability, which is really cool. Because I haven't actually been casting that much. I've only really casted for probably like half a year now, like maybe 6 months. And my first ever casting event was with Nameless during Proving Grounds. So like I basically got thrown right into the thick of things from the very beginning. But casting is pretty cool, because I've always been pretty analytical with the way that I think, and I talk rather fast sometimes. So I'm able to get a lot of information out of my mouth rather quickly, and just kind of help people understand like the state of the game and how both teams want to accomplish different goals. And that's basically all I like to do. So it kind of takes something that I had already kind of enjoyed doing like by myself, and I can help people understand the game further. So hopefully I can get better and continue to grow, and potentially like slow down at certain points. That way people can particularly understand me when I do get too fast paced in some of the words that I say. But I do appreciate everyone that kind of said that they liked my casting, and it was pretty cool to experience it so far.
This is an Orion mic check. Can you hear me now? Apparently not. Fucking Discord. Wow. Wow. Discord's racist.
No, it's only against you.
It's literally me. Should I just rejoin? Hold on. Everyone's gonna lose audio real quick because I'm gonna rejoin. Can you hear me now? Hello. Discord is fucking griefing us. Bro, this is insane. Wow.
Because they can't.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Okay, I can hear it.
Redacted?
Oh, he's back.
Wait, you can hear me now? Orion, you can hear me too? Discord?
Yeah.
Discord small indie company, bro. Literally a fucking small indie company. I'm so proud.
Yo, my cousin works for Discord, man. You gotta lay off on them.
Nah, fuck that. They need to fix their bro, I'm plugged into a fiber Ethernet.
Chelsea's cousin works for
I'm
Discord.
plugged
Nobody
into a
can
fucking
for
fiber
himself
Ethernet
Discord.
cord, and I'm still having issues. Like,
She's doing her best, okay?
no, that's insane.
That's an insane thing to say. All right, sorry.
I got so
Alright.
mad I forgot what I wanted to ask Orion now.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Take a deep
I mean,
breath.
real quick though, I think Chelsea asked a question about like some content like ideas that she was
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think part of like what Chelsea said is was very true, where she said it's very hard to actually like determine how good players are, or like without actually playing in the league. And even though like I played in the league, I probably still couldn't accurately tell you like how people were actually like good or not, depending on like just like the state of the game and who is like, because different players are better on different days, right? But at the same time, the CCS had 32 teams last split, right, in one league. So it's like, if you're going to tell me the difference between 1 and 32 without watching like 80% of their matches, because most teams only got streamed like once, maybe twice. I mean, obviously, CB Rush got streamed like 7 times, but most teams didn't actually get streamed that often. So, I think, and also like since CCS is a best of 3 league, you can only really stream like those teams like once a week, if that, like whatsoever. So, I think the only way content would ever actually get like quote unquote better or go into a better direction is if you take less games or you take away less teams in the league. That's like the only way content can go.
Or we had more people helping us do content.
Even still, like for 32 teams, you would
Aw.
legit have to have like 15 to 20 people.
No, absolutely. No, for real. But you know what? I'm so glad you mentioned that, Orion, because I wanted to ask everybody here, since we still haven't gotten the fucking results, who is your MVP for Wednesday and Thursday? Chelsea, you go first.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Wednesday, Hoshi. It's hard. This is regular season, right?
Yeah, regular season.
Okay.
You know what? Just
Wednesday
everything,
still-
everything. Just fuck it, because
Everything?
it's so
Okay.
late at this point. So everything. I don't care.
Wednesday, Hoshi. Thursday, Rare Candy.
Mushai, what about you?
I think I did I did Wednesday. I think I said Joker. Thursday. Thursday I don't remember. I probably said Cypher. I don't know.
Zipper. That's my
Zipper,
boy.
the Jungle Boy.
No, Coffee Junior. Alright.
Coffee Junior. I actually really
Nah,
liked
they
Bold
made me
take.
hate
I
it.
liked playing with Cypher. His attitude was just really bad sometimes. That's his only issues.
Yeah, he's still growing. What about you, Elsa?
It was so long ago, I don't even remember.
I know,
That's my
so
honest
it
to God
doesn't
answer.
even really matter. at
It
this
was
point.
ruined.
But
I
just
think
I don't know. I don't even remember. I can't even remember players.
Oh damn.
I think
okay.
I don't
I think
know.
other candidates. Let me pull up.
What about you, Polish Pharaoh? While Chelsea's pulling stuff up.
Don't remember my Wednesday one. For Thursday, I'm pretty sure I put Hammy.
Okay.
Hammy was just goated.
Bennett.
Fireflans and Fireflans.
What teams do we think are front runners for next season? Actually, we don't know because apps are still rolling in.
The Dorado teams.
So to be
Yeah.
honest with you, we don't know who are front runners yet until until we have more apps in. So I sorry, Pack a Paul. But for me, I think MVP for me Thursday was Rare Candy. Like I voted for him even on the sheet when Flay sent them to us. And then for Wednesday, I was thinking about it, and this is gonna be a little controversial, but
All right.
I was kind of thinking Glacial.
Yeah, that boy goes.
Glacial.
Okay. I was about
Glacial?
to say.
Yeah, I was thinking
That's a good
Glacial.
take.
I was thinking
I'm
Glacial.
about that.
That's spicy, I guess.
If you take away the
For Wednesday,
The-
though, not for
yeah.
Thursday. Thursday was Rare Candy. Rare Candy, like, absolutely.
if you take away the 2 championship, like the 2 conference winning teams, like I guess the most real candidates for teams that weren't the Dorado teams that made finals, which again I said, Hoshi for Wednesday, Candy for Thursday are my takes. But if you had to pick someone else, I guess on Wednesday you're like going between like Glacial, and like Marcel or Vertigo or Delilah. Are really and if you could still do Moonstone,
I was
avoid
about to
Zhao
say
PP.
Moonstone too, Zhao
No,
PP or no attack.
no Moonstone. Don't talk about
Okay,
that.
I'm saying
Nah,
if you still could.
justice for
And,
Moonstone, man.
and for
What?
Thursday,
No justice for Moonstone.
and for
We were
listen,
robbed.
Sorry, but just no. Sorry, move on. All right. Well, we can. Don't move on from
Yeah.
this topic. I'm sorry to interrupt.
And for Thursday, I'd have to say like it's like Panzora or like BKP or Bubster, I guess.
Bubble is saying Marshall.
Justice
I
for
can agree with
Moonstone.
that.
and
Marshall did
and
carry
Marshall.
new.
No, Marshall
was-
was hard carrying. I forgot.
I
that
was not
New
familiar
was-
with your game, Marshall.
No, I'm sorry. I blocked New for my team. I think if it was not, I think it would be Marshall second
Wow.
after Rare
You
Candy.
just blocked this from your vision like that. Okay.
Yes,
it's
I
fine.
did,
It's
man.
fine. It's fine, Chelsea. It's
Yes,
fine.
I think it definitely would be Marshall second after Candy. That man was going crazy on the microphone. But
Yeah.
besides Marshall, then I'd have to go down to like either Panzora or
Or I'd make a case for Xernean low key.
No,
No,
I would say
Who said no?
I consider her all-around
because-
contribution to
because
the
martial
team.
arts. I love
Definitely goes
Xernean,
MVP.
but I'm just saying that.
I
I'm
mean
just saying.
Yvonne
My-
does, but yeah.
My Discord name is #1 martial arts for Y fan. So that's all I'm saying. How could I go back on that?
Marshall
Right
wants to
after
join
Kenya,
the call.
Marshall
Oh,
in.
he wants to ask us a question. Go ahead, Marshall. Go in general, and I will pull you into
My son
the
wants
voice
to join
chat.
the call.
Yes.
He's more
Your
respectable
father
than
wants to
has
join-
him.
Your father wants to join the call.
All right, I'm pulling him in now. Oh snap! All right, Marshall. Wait, first let me do the mic check. Marshall, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Oh,
you.
thank God.
Okay.
Otherwise, I was gonna have to refresh my Discord again. All right, what's up,
Hallelujah.
man? How you doing? How you been enjoying your off season?
All season's good. D3 right now, trying to shoot for Grandmasters, but I want to say that Bennett, you are my son. I love you. And my MVP for Wednesday and Thursday. Well, Thursday was Glacial. I think Glacial played
I
phenomenally.
mean, Wednesday.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's so long ago. Who gives it? Really?
Right.
Same thing.
I would say it's Glacial, and if not counting the Dorado teams, it's honestly hard because so long ago.
I know. That's why Flay will never handle MVP or All Star stuff again.
Glacial just had one person do it. Just like take a staff
It was
member, say, "Yeah,
supposed to be
your job
Flay.
this season is to do this."
It was
that was
that was
Flay.
literally Flay.
This is why I swear to you, Flam must have been that kid in grade school who got his test back from a teacher folded.
No, I don't think so.
Yikes.
I don't think so.
I'll have you know he worked very hard in school. But
And he
also
still
with
got his test folded.
with that, I also just want to say I got to go here. I'm actually 1 minute late to a really important appointment here in Central Time,
Ooh.
and so. But I really wanted to thank everyone for having me. It's a joke, okay? Because it was 4:20 Central, 4:21 Central Time.
good
I'm
one,
not
dude.
actually. Come on, nobody laughed.
Oh.
All right.
It was really
I
funny. It was really
It
good.
wasn't. It
I-
was.
It was,
I really
it was
like
so
the
funny.
part
I
where
forgot
you
to laugh.
explained the joke. That was my favorite part. It was really good.
All right, Elsa. Peace out, though. Have a good one. Oh, he's gone.
Have a good one, Elsa.
He is gone. Well, if there's anyone else that wants to get on cam, by all means, let me know and we'll get you in there. But in the meantime, yeah, let's just keep the show going. I had something I wanted to ask you all, but oh yeah, actually, I wanted to give my opinion on the 3 leagues because y'all was talking about that and y'all didn't like it. I'm okay with it. I know that might be a little bit controversial, but I'm okay with it because look, Dojos, what was your question? Ask it, and then we'll get to it. But I think it's fine, to be honest with you. I feel like last split kind of showed that there is a gap. Once again, let's just remember though, Thursday did win the championship twice. Wednesday teams may be stronger, but Thursday won overall twice. So, like,
Hit the plot armor.
I'm just saying, all right? But no, I think it's fine, to be honest with you, because I feel like Let's just call a spade, right? Like the Dorado teams were really strong. The really strong teams were really strong, and they kicked ass. And of course, you play games to have fun. Like, yeah, you may lose, but you want to have fun and you want to feel like you still have a chance to win. And let's be real, there was a sizable gap between like the really good teams and the rest. So, you know,
That's fair.
yeah.
I,
So if you
I
got
can give you
to,
my 10 cents on that.
but
If
hold on,
you
I'm
do.
not done. I'm not done. But mind you, let's just remember though, the teams in the P1 league can apply for the D3 league still if they just obviously gonna have to field different rosters, right? So I know like,
They don't have to.
well, yeah,
There's
they don't have to, but I'm just
there's
saying
no
like
minimum.
the cap though, like you can't take your D3 player and bring
Yeah,
him
I
to
mean
the
you
P1
can't.
league, right?
I mean, if there's a team that's good enough to win both the P1 and the D3 league, A, that's kind of embarrassing for all the other D3 teams, but
Absolutely.
B, that would be fun. That would be fun to watch. I want to see that happen. A team
That'd be
that,
interesting.
but I want to. It would be cool to see like the metric of progression for how well a P1 team can do in the D3 league. Because if a P1 team goes like, if a team that's playing in both leagues goes really far in the D3 cap league, doesn't that mean Flay's vision completely failed? Right?
Kind of, yeah, because
Yeah.
Like as toxic as that sounds, like I mean it unironically. If a P1 team is like making it to like, I'd argue even like semifinals of this D3 cap league, then
yeah,
surely
that's bad.
either their players need to be like yeeted
Or they have Smurfs.
or I mean yeah, but I think that's
I think
hopefully
a good
Flay
way to
does a good
combat
job to let
smurfing,
them.
like a way to combat smurfing would make it so the account must be a certain, like a minimum level. That way, because it's harder for people to buy accounts that are level like 100, 200, because those accounts are very hard to come by. It makes smurfing be a lot harder to do. Because you really can't buy an account to level like 200. Like a minimum game to have, like, so you gotta play like for the past like 2 seasons. It's like
But
we're
you
entering
can. They're
season
just more
13.
expensive.
Well,
Don't
then
ask
it'll
me
be
how I
more
know that, by the
expensive to
way.
smurf.
Either
I know you
either
get banned a lot. It's okay, man. We know.
either way, Flay I'm sure has. I mean, Flay always hires a million people to do roster stuff, so I'm sure he has the anti-smurfing technology ready. I mean,
I never got back to me on the shit I was talking to him
And he
about.
has his spies. So don't get it twisted. Flay got his little MI6 running. He got his whole little opt. Don't worry, Dorado. We gonna catch y'all at some point. I'm kidding.
So,
About time.
so
Hey, at least I wasn't smurfing.
Okay. Oh, so Dojo's question here is he wants Bennett. This is geared towards you. Whatever. I know it's
Uh-huh.
kind of troll, but I'm gonna do it anyway. He wants to know how you feel about your new team, bro.
No comments. We're
comment.
not supposed to leak our roster, or I'm not. It. I don't even know if I'm on a new team, so we'll see.
A new team?
No, he's not on new.
I don't want to leak anything.
No, I mean, okay.
Or
If
has
you
it
don't
already
wanna,
been leaked? I don't know.
I don't know how many people know, but I guess if you don't want to bring it up, then we
Nah.
can go on to a different.
Were you,
think.
were you kicked off the Dorado roster or something?
No, I'm just kidding. I think my new team is good. We have lots of potential to grow. Um, and I think as long as we're like on our game, I think we're almost unstoppable.
Oh, you're on
For a
Omega.
while.
Yeah, that's right. It seems kind of cracked.
I actually do have a question regarding Bennett. Bennett, as coming from Hard Hat Zone, you know, consider you like sort of a native CCS player. You played back when it was like, you know, season one. Since season one is, you know, since season, I don't know what Flay calls the stupid seasons, but I'm just gonna call
The
them.
very first one
season-
was 0.
Yeah, but yeah, 0, 1, 2. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
probably will
okay.
call them different. But going from season 1 to season 2 and now playing on a Dorado team, I know Dorado has a certainly a reputation, and I guess, you know, want to hear your thoughts on like, you know, going from, I mean, obviously, I don't know, like you were probably still chill with the Hard Hat Zone guys, but like, you know, playing in new organizations, you know, since, you know, you're joining in a new org, playing on a new team, like not like Dorado specifically, but how does that like process and transition feel?
Um, I think it was hard at first because it always sucks like saying goodbye to your friends. But
You went and joined the enemy.
I don't know. My goal is to just win something before I retire.
So many of y'all pulled a
So
KD, man.
I
Oh
don't
my
know. I
lord.
think it was the right choice for me, like
Yeah.
for me personally. But
You do what you must if you want to improve and win. Can't stay on the
That
same team forever.
motherfucker, that mother
yeah.
Zoe was pulling off the heist of the freaking off season. My goodness.
I mean, yeah, for what it's worth, like we can take like analogies from traditional sports, but the thing is, it's just like this is amateur, right? There are no
Yeah.
like there are no contracts, there's no like money involved, there's a lot less factors, and ultimately it comes down to like who do you want to play with, who wants to play with you, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really important for people who are just getting into the amateur scene. They generally join, play on their first org. They stay with them for a while. Sometimes, if you're like me and your first org is like Glacial or Mint, you move on quickly. But other times, you stay in the same org for a long time. And I know for some people it can be scary to try and, go out to meet new people. So I guess if you have any words of advice for people who, maybe don't want to like leave their org or, maybe they want to play on multiple teams, see what's out there. If you have any advice from someone
Um,
who's doing the same thing.
I guess in like simple words, just go with your gut. Like, I guess if you have like some sort of feeling of what you want to do, then I'd say just go for it. Because I feel like if you don't want to live with like regrets and stuff. So
That's fair.
just
And
follow your heart.
and
I
speaking
think
of orgs and just different teams and stuff like that, um, what about some of our other folks here, Polish Pharaoh? I know Musha, you said you're not on a team. Are you guys how are you guys feeling about this next split coming up? I don't know what if you're gonna be in the CCS, but just in general, like your next split for amateur, how are you feeling about it and how things are looking up with the meta right now, things like that? Polish Pharaoh, you can start.
yeah. So for me, I'm still playing with XFlow Sports,
Okay, cool.
esports. It's just gonna be so. Originally there was two teams, XFlow Pink and XFlow Blue, and we were on Pink last split.
Yeah.
This split's gonna be XFlow Blue instead. And there just became people left and went on to do their own thing or retired from, the amateur scene. So it kind of just dissolved down into one team now. Um, but I have some worries about it, but I think overall it's going to be a better team than Pink was, and it'll be definitely better mental.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have a chance to go further than we did with Exo
Well,
Pink.
remember your top laner.
Can y'all
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
tell me
Wait,
now, or you cannot tell me if you're gonna be in the
Remember your top
novice
laner
league
advantage.
or intermediate league? Can you tell me, or you can't tell me yet?
Uh,
You can't
that
leak
will
that
be
yet.
no, it's going to be novice. We're setting up a plat team right now.
Okay, got you.
I
Um,
have I have a question, and
mhm,
feel free to decline to answer this or whatever.
sure.
But I do have to ask, how was it like playing with that dude, that top laner?
Not fun at all.
Okay,
Um,
Why was he on the team so long then?
so
I'm
I mean, fuck, I'll give you guys the tea if you want. I don't
Was
Oh
he
care.
yeah, go
okay.
ahead. Let go.
Was she like
Shit.
friends with
It's
the
up to
org or
you.
something?
Completely up to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, if I get yelled at, I'll get yelled at. That'll be worried about later. But essentially, it was when we made Exo Pink, we had a top laner we were interested in, who we I think was on the original application for CCS, but left like kind of last minute. Like I think it was something that came up with like their personal life. They couldn't like be on the team at the same time. Blah blah blah. So we were looking for players. We found Sir at one point, and off the bat, it was his attitude was not great in my opinion. He was very like easy to tilt, was kind of complaining all the time, was easy to blame others. And when we were looking at tryouts, because I think we were like a week away from CCS starting, uh, some teammates were pushing for him because in terms of straight like lane skill, he was definitely the best player that we found in tryouts.
Mm.
Um,
That's
there were
saying
concern.
something.
Yeah. In terms of 1v1, yeah, he was the best that we found, and some people like that. I'm not gonna like drop more names than that, but It was essentially I voiced the issues about his attitude. Leadership said, we'll keep an eye on that, see what happens, and if something does happen, we'll deal with it. And I trusted them. We did that. About when was it? When we played, I think it was Hasm.
Yeah. Oh,
Hasm, the
Hazem.
top father.
Yeah, I think it was when we played Hazem. Hazem, he our top Sir did not have a great time. He was bitching about our coach put him on, I think on Sejuani or Scion, one or the other. He was bitching to our coach and our leadership in the middle of the game, like DMing them. Um, Following that, we had scrims, and we were trying out a new thing. What was the new thing? It was we were just trying to focus more like on working on like our split gaming, and we were not playing it well. Like we weren't matching our waves right. We were doing fights where we couldn't like handle their top laner like in 1v like a 4v1 just because, or I think it was Aurelia. Aurelia was just fucking annoying, and we didn't have the right champs for it. Um, but he kind of blew up during that. Then our ADC blew up at them. It was a little bit of a back and forth blow up, and we're like, okay, practice is done for tonight. We'll have a conversation. Um, I got dragged into call of leadership, gave them my version of how things happened, and that was his third strike with the team. Um, and so he was, kicked off the team, but we're trying to find a new top laner to finish off CCS with, because this was, we had maybe a couple weeks left, maybe 3 or 4 games until we ended up losing to, I think it was Goldfish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Matt G.
Goldfish, Matt G.
Matt G.
Hey, I showed him
Yeah.
what actual mac and cheese looks like.
I'm so proud of you. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so I mean, we were trying to figure out the situation for that, and our mid laner was kind of hesitant about what to do. He was definitely like the biggest fan of Sir on the team, and we're trying to like offer all these solutions. One of which being having mid laner play top because his champion pool also had a lot of top laners. But mid laner wasn't about it. Eventually, he kind of begged us to let Surd finish off CCS with us. Our ADC, our coach, were like, okay, we could be civil about it. We'll finish it off just so we could finish the season. And like the reasoning was like, oh, like we don't want to waste our time with it, or like we don't want to have it wasted like these last few months of practices and CCS and everything just like ended with a random sub. So we kind of just said, fuck it, we'll do it. Games played out, wasn't great. And I think he gaslit himself into thinking because we let him play for the end of CCS, that was his decision to be let go. That or he just doesn't want people to know he was actually kicked off, but he was in fact kicked off, and there are DMs about it. But yeah, not a fun guy to play with. Was very quick to crack under pressure. I was a jungler, and he was one of the solo players who like I would direct questions towards him and like be like, "Hey, sir, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? What do you want to do?" And just get ignored. And he's like, "Oh, you never asked me questions. You never want to talk to me." I'm like, I literally say your name and get ignored. Like, there's nothing else I could do. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And shot calling would usually be like me or ADC. And like tougher games, like we get a little more quiet. We're trying to think what to do, and he'd just be like, "Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta force this. We gotta fight that," and just start complaining that we're not talking enough. It's like the only time you talk is to bitch. So it's like you're not being helpful either, and we're trying to think of what to do. So you're just ruining the flow.
Wow.
But yeah, was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh.
Watercat talking about good thing our team never had any issues. I feel like that's Cap. Watercat, are you busy? Get in here. Explain yourself.
I know for the I believe your mid laner and your former top laner
yeah,
Trice and I guess now he goes by Mint Savage. They both joined Mint Gaming, so
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like their name changes on the friends list. I also think that Mint Savage is such a cringy name. But that's a separate story.
yeah.
Sorry, you had to go through a top laner like that. Sounds like my last top laner.
Yeah,
I'm still here,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't carry that team hard enough. What can I say?
Hey, do you guys have any like the players? Do y'all have any questions for us, the staff, or anything, or even just an opinion you want to get off or anything like that? I figured this is more like a open forum type thing, so that way it's not just a one-sided conversation.
I was gonna say before about how the leagues. I was thinking that you just make them all D3 cap. I think having a P1 cap and a D3 cap is kind of doesn't make that much sense.
I think it does.
Yeah, make a different rule book, and that's just
Because
I'm like,
think about it like this,
Those are
Marshall.
the teams that play in plat. Majority of them are like low caliber diamond players, anyways, or they're gonna lose.
But think about it like this. I think you were there when we were talking about it. A lot of y'all have like ranked out the CCS. You know that, right? Like you can't
No,
come back to
more.
what our plat league was, right? So
Yeah, we're just gonna get a new generation of
so then like where would you go? Obviously you would go to different leagues, or you would go to what our original diamond league would be, but um I think well, from what I remember, Flay actually likes it when y'all like get better because he's like, oh, that means like people are actually playing well and improving and shit. So
My diamond.
he's
One
kind
of
of
my
doing
diamond
it for
teams
y'all
wants
in
to
a
do
sense, though.
CCS diamonds.
If you think about it, like he's making more space for y'all to be able to play in. He's not saying that like um think about it like this. It's like, okay, well, the real plat players, like the low plat players, can be here, but the higher plat players or low diamond, they can be here and here if they want to be. So like you actually have more options instead of just you can't play in the plat league, but then you go to the diamond league and then you're getting shit on by like the masters exceptions or something like that. So I don't know.
I think you gotta be a bit braver. You can't be scared of opposition. You just gotta face it.
True, but not
If you
everyone's
win,
like
you
you,
win. You
Marshall.
lose, you lose.
Yeah, I mean,
You deserve to win.
I'm with Marshall on that. I love playing teams that are better than me, just to try and improve and get and learn more things.
But
Um,
teams are always going to be better than you despite the restrictions of the league, if that makes sense. Like, there could be some really good P1 teams, Polish Pharaoh or Polish Pharaoh. See, I did it again. Like, there could be some really good P1 teams that you guys play against that smash you, and you're just like, holy shit, you know?
that's fair.
And
I
then
mean,
they might rank up and then not be able to come back to the P1 league, and then they can only go to the D3 league or something like that. Whereas Marshall, I'm sure you'll be in the D3 league or maybe even the Masters
No,
exception league.
Marshall's
I'm
too
in the
high.
Masters League.
You're what?
I'm in the Masters League.
You're in the Masters league. All right, so there you go. You're gonna be in that one, and shit, you might go last place, bro.
I don't think
Hey,
so. I think
until
Marshall's
the
good
cookie
enough.
crumbles, but I've been Masters players before. I'll beat him again.
He's at least 8th place quality.
Yeah. What I'm
Kidding.
saying is I'm not saying it's bad that I'm saying I like the fact that there's more leagues because that means there's more competition, but there's like gateways to it, if that makes sense. Because once again, like that was my biggest point, right? Where I said earlier, we saw last split there was a big gap. Like,
I mean, you had top winners like me, Panzor, and Haz, and then you had everyone else.
yeah, like let's be real, and there was a big gap between like the really good teams and the really bad teams. Like Dreadnought, what they went like 2-5 or something like that. You
No,
know?
even though Dreadnought didn't do well, honestly, I have a lot of respect for them for at least finishing out the season.
Yeah, absolutely,
That takes
Eh.
balls.
absolutely. Or there was the other team, the N9, the
Dread-
Nine Tails Fox team or something like that.
Yeah.
They went like
And
1-5 or something like that, 1-6.
Dreadnought and N9TF are different. Dreadnought had a lot of roster problems and like that was more behind the scenes stuff. N9TF was just I feel like better fits your example where they were just kind of fodder.
Exactly. Like you're gonna have some fodder teams, so
And that's just natural.
Yeah, I think while it was cool having 32 teams in one league, I think that provided a lot of cool stuff, which, there are like some positives. Like I can make these like giant sweeping articles. I think going back to what Orion said, like having too many teams in a league means that you can't focus on them as much and being able to almost like divide and conquer, you know, makes it a lot better to structure, content and structure, showcasing the teams, and it's better to structure the enjoyment of the teams themselves because there's a lot less variance in who you're playing.
Oh yeah.
Obviously we try and like minimize that with like the group draw and stuff, but ultimately like one group is going to be better than another, and the less big the skill bracket is between the teams, the less of a difference there is, the better of an experience each teams will have. And ultimately, like, while it's cool to have like the most, have your league have the best teams ultimately, I think from Play's perspective, it serves him best to focus on having a league that is the best possible experience for the most amount of teams. So I think the idea, well, I think he could have widened it a little. He could have widened the gap a little more. I don't think they need a D4 exception in the Plat League, but I think the idea behind it has merit.
Good point. I just think that like 1D4 exception, like cool. Like if it's a plat league, it should be majority plat players. So like one
Yeah.
exception, that's it. And it's gonna be like a hardcore exception. Like if this guy looks like a little bit of smurfing, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Gotta
don't
take a
think
look at
we've
that.
had a problem with smurfing.
The best thing.
Just,
The best thing for Well, it's kind of sad now though, but we'll never.
I mean,
We're not.
there's that.
We're not gonna get any more Wednesday versus Thursday debates.
Oh, those are always fun though. I remember doing like PRL back in the like 3 years ago when we would just debate endlessly about the three divisions. And it brought back a lot of like good memories, like when that happened in CCS.
Yeah.
And well, it'll be missed. It's what you guys want to do.
Okay, we
What
got a
decision to
question from
make.
Mr.
Yeah.
Girth. It's
Oh my
directed at
god, I
you.
love Gurf. Where do you think the balance is between quality and quantity? Should there be a cutoff on number of league/teams? I don't think there should be. I mean, I think the cutoff on how many teams per a league should always be based on the amount of staff. And I think I remember back when we worked together at Victorious, there's sometimes there'd be too many. I feel like they had the problem where there's not enough staff dedicated to each league. I mean, I think they've improved since I've sort of stepped back, but I think there's always a fine line. If you don't have enough people, whether that be roster staff, content, the league will sort of grind to a halt if you don't have enough people that are managing them. But I think theoretically, if you got like but then again, now I'm thinking like, say you had infinite staff members, could you have like a 128 team league? I think no, because that would feel almost too, that'd be like a battle royale unless you were able to then get like the prize pulled down and teams are competing for like to try and get top 16. I think, this is a good question. I don't know. I think 32 is definitely at the top end for amount of teams in a single league. I think anything more than that would be unsustainable, not even if you had the staff for it, just from like a player perspective. Like I would not want to join a league with 48 teams. I feel like I
That's
personally
ridiculous.
I personally, you know, enjoy I mean everyone plays comp league for different reasons. I personally like to win. And the idea of that
Oh,
competition and that
shocker. We like
no,
to win.
I mean, okay, no, but that idea of competition and competitive drive, pushes me, and the idea to try and get that number one spot. I think 48 might be a little too much, just because it seems doesn't seem impossible per se, but it seems like a lot more time invested for less gain, I think. So I think 32 is at the top end, but I think like a sweet spot would be like somewhere between like 16 and 32, I guess is my answer. Given you had the staff sufficient to provide for those teams.
I think 256 is a good amount of teams for a league. I want to be able to play
This is why
Can
you're
you
not
even
a TO.
12
can
weeks
you
of
even
regular
count
season
that
with
high, or is
16
that
weeks
like
of
the amount of
playoffs.
ping you have during each game?
I low key forgot Bennett was here.
Oh my god.
Bro, you hadn't spoken so long. I'm sorry.
No,
But go
no.
ahead and finish your point, Bennett.
I thought my son went to do his homework.
Marshall's holding no
Right.
punches.
But you know what? Let's move on to something else. Not move on, but like pivot real quick. What do y'all think about Plat Worlds?
How will Plat Worlds work?
Plat
That's
Worlds. I heard
the
Plat
answer
Worlds
is
is dead.
it's
Bubble.
yeah. That's also what I heard.
I heard it's dead. Flay said we tried to convince Flay to like, hey, you wanna revive it, but
I felt like Plat Worlds felt like more of which team had the more diamonds on it, or like future diamonds. That's not to discredit people like previously, but you cannot argue that some teams are just like so much better than others because they just had like players that should not be in a platinum setting on that team.
yeah.
I mean, I think it goes to Flay's idea of like graduation, where that a lot of teams after winning plat leagues, the players individually. I mean, I think Zeta is an exception because they made the jump as a team, but a lot of the players individually just become, they'll move on to higher stuff after winning plat leagues, and because it happens, after the plat leagues are over, I would be excited. I mean, this would like not be feasible, right? But theoretically, if amateur was like centralized and you could do like some sort of MSI type event, like middle of the season,
That
between
could be
like
fun, but it'd
Yeah,
be
that'd
like
be
a
that,
fun.
long break, and a lot
it
of
would,
teams don't have the
yeah,
time.
yeah, it would be
Remember,
like,
a lot of teams also don't last
yeah,
that long.
yeah, teams. I mean, through like halfway, halfway through the
Some teams
season.
just wither and die.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but those usually aren't the teams that are winning halfway through the season. I don't know. I think if it would be cool if like during like 1 week, and it wouldn't have to be like a long tournament, but you just did this like 1 day like brackets between the current front runners of leagues. I think that would be more sustainable. Although organizationally, that probably also could never happen. I don't know if Plat Worlds is ever going to come back. It is not my decision, obviously, so I can't make any statements regarding that. But as of now, I haven't heard anything about a future Plat Worlds.
Yeah, I haven't either, which is really unfortunate because I thought it was fun. I thought it was a really cool concept, but yeah, like you said, Chelsea. Just having staff organizing it, and unfortunately, we are not pros. So when I say we, I mean like all of us, players, us, the staff. We're all not getting paid to do this, so real life has to come first, and we can't just put our time and dedication to it. So everyone's schedules unfortunately cannot always be on track for that. But if it did, it'd be really cool. Man, I swear Riot could like there's a lot of stuff Riot could do with the amateur scene if they really wanted to. But
Yeah, but
I
it's a
know.
riot.
yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
know.
A, it's right. To me,
See,
there's a lot more
exactly.
liability.
We know they're killing League slowly. Like it's okay.
I'm
Did you
ready
see the
for
cinematic?
Valorant Platinum. Oh, I wish I didn't see that cinematic.
Yeah, I saw that cinematic and that shit made me so mad. I was like, what the hell? What is this?
I was like, damn, this is a really long intro. Oh, done.
Apparently, it was done, and you can't blame the animators. It was done because the
Yeah.
executives got greedy. They wanted to use money elsewhere.
I mean, the statement that Riot's put out was that they had to change the direction, which basically means they had to make it suck because of like unforeseen circumstances. Which, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the animators' fault. I think they, like
Oh,
animators often do, they probably got like
shit end of the
shafted
stick.
or
Yep.
They did what they were told to do.
yeah, they
Yep.
did what they were told to do, but
I'm
I don't
never
know.
I'm never really mad at the employees. It's always the execs. So
Riot's gonna kill
True.
this game one day, and we're just waiting for
Ooh.
it to happen.
I
right.
mean, it's like you can't blame the workers. You gotta blame the people above them that make the decisions. They
Yeah.
just do what they're told because that's what they're paid to do.
Although
Not paid enough.
I
True.
guess with that anticlimactic answer, I do have class, so I'm gonna head out. It was a pleasure talking with all of you, and I hope you guys have a fun rest of podcast.
Thanks, Chelsea. Thanks for coming
Thank you.
in. Appreciate you. Peace.
Alright,
We always
peace.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Wow. And now it's just
Dog
me.
ass motherfucker.
Oh wait. Oh wait, she left. I was about to say she heard that.
Well, it's tradition when someone leaves the call. You gotta say
Yeah.
some
Oh, she did
stupid
hear it
insult.
actually. See, look, she says I heard that. It is tradition. It really is tradition, though. It really is. That shit was funny as hell. CCS staff union win from Watercat. Man, look, I'm waiting on you, bro. You go ahead and start it up. As a matter of fact, look, I already said that we as a staff, and maybe if we can get y'all players into this as well, we should stall out the season until Flay gives us MVP results and update CCS history. I'm just saying,
Honestly,
as a league
based-
owner, it's kind of bad that it hasn't been updated yet. Like, I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, you look in there, it's still Goldfish Gaming. Where's all the Dorado Gamma stuff? Zol, get on your man. But
Yeah, valid. I'm down for it.
yeah, so Watercat, when you're ready to get this union popping off, I'll be right there in line with you. Until then, I'm gonna focus on finishing my degree.
Nice.
You got it.
Yeah, just won the solo queue game. Let's go.
What's that?
You playing this whole time?
Yeah, I might be in the middle of solo queue.
That's why.
It's okay. I'm playing one. Doesn't matter.
That's why none of y'all want to be on camera. Y'all too busy playing League to even pay attention. Wow.
I got to shoot for Masters GM this season, so
Okay.
I didn't even spill any tea either. Before I've been hiding my feelings.
Elsa, why is Elsa pinning stuff even though he's already? Anyway, man. What about the rest of y'all? Do y'all have any plans? I mean, I feel like everyone has the plan or has the drive to try and rank up, but some people are like really serious about it, like Marshall's saying, versus how hard are you gonna commit to trying to like getting to the next rank that is. So not like if you're plat, getting to diamond, obviously, like Mushai, Polish, Bennett.
I gotta.
Like
You call me a plat player?
Who?
You called me a plat player.
No, I didn't say you. I just said like, how committed are you to trying to get to the next rank?
Oh, I mean, life permitting, I'd like to try to just keep diamond. I don't know.
Just stay in
I mean,
diamond. You comfortable with
I
that?
don't know. It's more enjoyable for me to play in competitive rather than solo queue.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd rather just be playing other games or just doing
This is
stuff
why you're my
IRL.
son.
So what I'm hearing is you plan on smurfing, even if you're good enough. Kick him
I mean,
out.
I'll be elo
Kick him
until
out.
I win something. So
Kick him out.
I'll be here for 10 years if I have to.
And you'll still never win.
Ooh.
Damn, that's messed up. Marshall, are you still on a Dorado team, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay. So you'll
I think
really
there's
be
a reason for that.
Oh wow. So y'all
The Dorado Diamond teams look pretty good.
y'all-
I'm just annoyed I wasn't offered even like a chance to try out, but I think they were made like in advance.
Mm.
So it's what it is.
So y'all might really compete against each other.
It'd be fun. I welcome the competition. Both Hasman and Dobbin are very accomplished and skilled players, so
I know Polish said he's gonna be in this league. Brennan, did you say y'all are gonna be in one of our CCS leagues or not?
I'd hope so.
Okay.
I don't
You don't know
really
yet.
have any motivation to play in anything else.
Okay. And what about you, Marshall? Whatever team you're with.
I'm currently on 3 teams actually.
Which ones?
2 Diamond and 1 300 LP Masters team. Uh,
Do these teams
Looking
have a
for s-
day? Ooh. Sorry.
I can't disclose that information yet,
Okay.
but it's looking like. But we're looking at CCS, Aegis, and one other league. I'm not completely sure what it is. I don't remember, but it'll be fun.
Okay. Cool. What do you guys think about the other leagues you've played in? Compared to here in terms of like their staff or just their communities and things like that.
I like to pride myself on my honesty,
Uh-huh.
and like I genuinely think CCS is very good.
In what way?
It's the content's always good. The players are always good. The competition's usually pretty good. My God, this Olaf just committed hate crimes. But that's right. Target the orange. Okay.
This man is playing. You know what? Somebody else answer the question.
I had a brief stint in Titan Gladiator League,
Uh-huh.
and I did not feel like the community and like the way it was run was as well as it was in CCS. Like I don't know. I think
What do you mean by community? Like,
some of the people there
Mhm.
were not like friendly or like willing to help, like especially some of like the administrators and stuff. I won't name anyone, but
Oh, like the staff. Got you.
yeah. Well, also the players.
Okay.
Some of them were very like egotistical and like narcissistic and shit, and it's just kind of cringe to just watch like a cesspool of that in general chat. So
When people were like cringe for no reason too. They weren't even good.
yeah.
Like how are you dog and still talk all the shit?
You'll be surprised the ego people have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
You know what? I just thought of something though. Actually, besides the Dorado storyline that happened last split, were there any other teams that really like you were invested in, or at least cared about?
I liked Goldfish, and I
Yeah,
personally liked watching Glacial.
yeah.
Glacial's always fun to watch.
Why?
He's good.
Why did those storylines interest you, Mark?
I mean, Glacial for me interests me because like he has a lot of self doubt, but he's genuinely a very good player.
I know, right? I be
Yeah.
telling him he needs to stop self down himself.
Like he gets me tight when he doesn't just shut up about like he's like, oh, I'm so bad. Like shut up, you're actually good.
True. My man needs to buy a toilet because he keeps on shitting on himself.
For real, that should be pissing me off too. I'm like, you're already beating yourself. But yeah, go on, Marshall. Continue.
I liked watching Goldfish because I think all the players in Goldfish were pretty cool, and they always had like interesting little like introspectives, and, like little storylines, like Mad Cheese, Mac and Cheese, as we all famously know.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
The drama with Mossy and some other people. It was all very interesting. Certain players had their own thing with the X-Flow top laner. I know like he was not a nice guy, but my lord, it was so fun to mess with him in banter chat.
Dude, it got real sad at one point because I think it was when he either shitting on Magi or when he was shitting on Hasm in Trash Talk. At one point, I told him like, "Hey, I don't think you're making any fans. Like, you're being kind of weird." He's like, "Oh, that's fine. I don't mind being the villain in people's stories."
Now, that's some Neckbeard type shit.
There's a difference though between being a villain and like being despised or just nobody liking you.
You're not
Like,
even in the story,
everyone
bro.
likes a good villain is awesome.
Yeah, actually, who was a good villain last split? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Part of me wants to say part of me wants to say Bozos. I know some people actually did like despise Bozos, but I think he was somewhat of a decent villain.
I don't think I was disliked by many people in the season.
Marshall, you didn't really like you trash talk, but like you weren't like 1v9 trash talking like Bozos was.
But he's a special character, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
like as much as I like him, he's a special character.
You know what was funny though? What cracked me up is whenever the ID cats came into trash talk, because they would always just pop up so randomly, and it'd be like, wait, what? New Billy and all of them. I loved it. It was really funny sometimes though. Oh yeah, and Watercat talking about
the 4-man or knockup. Okay.
The ID versus ID finals. The finals we never got. Whose fault is that?
Honestly, I just appreciate it anytime the content team like would just include memes about Sir. Just like include like screenshots like DMs or posts.
Yo, him liking DMs was hilarious because it's always stupid too, and always put him in a really, really bad light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I only have ego, but I can't even back it up.
I didn't realize it was that serious or in depth until I saw the DMs, and there were multiple DMs, not just one person. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Like, got it.
It's really childish though, because like there's just like I understand not getting along with teammates, but like there's no point in spreading the DMs and completely slandering someone's reputation all because you just didn't get along in a video game.
Hey man, to some people this game is life.
Like I'll be honest, I didn't get along with Zypher very well.
There is
what? You didn't get along with Zypher? What? What is
you never
I'm hearing about this? Oh my!
God.
Yeah, actually, let's get the new T because we got Musha here and Marshall here. Like, I remember casting your one series. Was it the one against Bingus? Maybe it was that series. It was one of those two series I remember casting, and I could tell that like y'all were not on the same page.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
We were
think
in different
the
books.
yeah the problem with new, I guess at the end of the day, is that we had a very like I don't know, we had a lot of carry, like we wanted the jungle carry, and that demanded quite a bit from our solo lanes, and um like I think like Marshall was okay with that, but Cypher would never, like in certain like points, would never give like enough information for what he was trying to do. And he was not up to taking like no for an answer, I guess. Like if one of our solo laners was like, no, I can't roam here, this like giant wave is pushing in, like you're gonna have to say, like, you're gonna have to hold back on this, we can't invade. He'd be like, fuck it, we're invading, boys. And then he'd be like, why aren't you helping me invade? And Marshall's holding like a 20 minion free stop lane. It's like
And just like, you never told me you wanted to invade.
yeah. He's like, my wave's not here for this. And then yeah. And then it causes strife and frustration.
Yeah.
Because, our solo laters are actively like playing like less less agency champions to try and
I
help.
mean, for like my issue is that like not only was like Cypher was like he was like a strictly only carry player. Like other people wouldn't get their chance in the limelight. And I know you suffered for it. I mean, we never even get like play for you.
Hell
I
yeah!
know you liked playing your Caitlyn.
I remember talking about that at one point. I was like, why don't they play for Mushai? They have an ADC like.
It's
I
split
mean,
our
I
it made
don't
our
know if you know this.
teams comps and drafting so one dimensional. It was like almost outrageous.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really mind too terribly much, because I just generally enjoy playing AD carry and comp, because playing in solo queue, it's
Oh yeah, I
fucking
know.
despising.
I like use
Yeah.
Peppa heads.
I wanna shoot myself sometimes.
I did too.
So like and then I really liked a lot of my teammates too. Like I really enjoyed playing with Blobby, like Blobby the bot lane. Me and him was a lot of fun. Um,
Bobby was a
yeah,
vibe. He was awesome.
yeah. To say I didn't want to be played towards sometimes, I would have been a lie. But yeah, I mean, it's in the past now.
I mean, you can't get mad over it because it's
I'm
just
mad.
the best.
Yeah.
And we made it far as hell. We should not have made it as far as we did.
Yeah, even Chelsea doubted us, ranking us like 13th. We
That's
finished,
Chelsea
like,
dog
that's
for a
still
reason.
pretty high though in a 32 team league.
Yeah. But she didn't really believe in us.
I'm gonna say I didn't make any content. I should have made content for that season. I should have rated all the other top winners and just not rate myself.
That's
Hey,
okay.
you'll have opportunity to make content this split, man.
With Diamond, probably if Flay accepts us. I hope he does. He'd be a good boy if he does.
What was it like gapping bubbles in that playoff series? I mean, I don't know if I gapped them. I'll say. I don't know.
I just remember playing a shit ton of Aatrox.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was like definitely your meta kind of that
It was just
during that period.
Isn't that I just blinded Aatrox every game. We just banned Fiora because Fiora's a very
Yeah.
unfair champ to go against, and no one played Aurelia.
Yeah.
They got
I mean,
me.
it was
They got me pulling off the playoff bracket now because I want to look at that again.
yeah.
Well, I thought people were playing GP, and we just pick Aatrox into it, and I'd go up like 80 CS and 3 solo kills.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone has different reasons for playing competitive. I think like one of my major reasons is like it's like the reason I play AD carries, because I want to have a big pop off play, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like I don't know, when you had Aatrox, it was like every game fucking pop off plays. It's like,
Hey, the
this guy's
Darius
going
Penta.
crazy.
I got Darius
Darius
once
Penta.
the entire
True.
season, and I got a Penta with it.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Feels weird having
The
teams
one
with
time
players.
I almost had a Penta on, I think it was on CCS too, but it was during it was Omega.
Didn't
I don't
Caleb
remember.
steal it?
Caleb
For your
stole my
support?
Penta. Yeah.
I remember in
But it's
scrims
okay.
I stole Zypher's Penta.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I bet he was pissed.
It was funny. I was playing Ornn and I was dancing in front of it. Then it's brittle procced and killed it right in front of him.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
no.
know he was heated.
But
He left
anyways,
the
I
call.
do have to head out now. Thank you for having me, Mr. Redacted, and everyone else.
No problem, Wushai. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you stopping by, and as
problem.
always, you do great work on the social media aspect for us.
Yeah. If you guys have any like funny memes or anything that you guys like to post after your games, just send them to me. I'll vet them through, and we can maybe post them on the CCS Twitter.
Yep.
Nice.
That's the person you need to talk to, Wushai. Hit Hit her up.
Yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day.
Peace.
You
Later.
too.
I have very cheap and affordable top lane coaching.
Uh-huh.
Which is on Discord.
Oh.
If you want to actually rank up PD gaming.
Well, you know what? Let me ask the viewers real quick. Is there anyone that wants to ask us a question or even get in here and voice their opinion? Because actually, I have to leave soon, too. I got work. So,
Just to pop in, say hello.
yeah.
I promise we don't bite much.
Marshall,
Unless you want us to.
speak for yourself.
Bite me.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask y'all, if there any last things you guys want to get off your chest or ask me before we go ahead and close this down.
I want to address the players in solo. But Apollo has him.
Oh, shut the hell up. I was like, what? I was so confused at first. Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
Hey, it would be funny. And it would be correct.
Nah.
Just kidding. Have a great night, guys. Marshall is going to take a break.
See you, Marshall.
By break, another 20 hours of solo queue.
Ew.
Sounds like a plan.
Polish Pharaoh.
No, I mean that's it for me. I don't have anything. It was nice just getting that off my chest, and like I feel bad because I had to like talk to people. I would like DM like some of the staff and be like, "I'm so sorry I had to deal with this."
I wasn't DM'd. I'm kidding.
Hold on.
I don't care. I'm just giving you a hard time.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, I'm just looking forward to a new season.
Yeah, me too.
And
It's gonna be pretty
hopefully doing
exciting.
better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and good luck in our novice league. Hopefully we get enough apps, cause yeah. If not, I don't know what we'll do, but
But
we'll see. What the
it'll come
interest
to
is.
that if we come to that.
Yeah, you guys just joined the D3 league then, and kick Ben's ass.
True. Dude, my favorite
no
time
way.
last split was whenever not our coach, one of our managers would pop off and be like, "Bro, you're out jungling diamond junglers. Like this is insane," and I would just be hyped up for it.
Wasn't you that was telling me your AD carry wasn't allowed in trash talk because she would probably get like kicked out or something of the server or something like that? Or was that a
wasn't
different
me.
team?
No, it was not me.
Okay, I thought it was you talking about your AD carry, but no worries. Bennett, I'm gonna throw it to you before I close it down.
Yeah, just hope everyone has a good climb this season and like achieves their goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Bennett.
I'm all about positivity. I love being positive.
Nah, I get you, man. I really hope we see y'all in our league this split, and if not, good luck to Hammy
Yeah.
or not Hammy. I'm sorry, Polish Pharaoh. I know I'm seeing your team, but everyone else, I don't know if we'll see Bennett's team. So
I hope you get to catch more of our games.
yeah, that's what I'm saying for sure. If I don't see your team though, I'll still good luck to you. I'll try and catch it when I'm not having a mental breakdown over my computer science homework.
Valid.
But yeah, in the meantime, thank you everyone else for joining us. Really appreciate you coming out. Thanks to everyone else that was here earlier. This was really fun. And stay tuned for more CCS content coming this February. Split starts, I believe, February 8th. Let me double check. Yeah, February 8th is the start of our new split. So if you're interested in joining, go ahead and join the server. I'll post a link here in the chat for y'all, for anyone that is not in the server yet, that is interested about joining our league. Damn, there's that. But yeah, so applications are open right now and will be closing pretty soon. So get those in. Tell Zoe if he hasn't put your application in yet. Bennett, you too. Pharaoh, get y'all apps in.
Will do.
But yeah, in the meantime, till then, and see y'all in February. Peace out.
See ya.
Peace.